Hello, my friend. Do you ever have too much to do? Type yes in the chat if that's true for you. All the many things that this world seems to demand on us, right? And what does that do to you when it feels like there's too much to do or when you feel like you need to move quickly? For a lot of us, it causes stress. And then what does stress do to you? What does that cause? Right? So, what are all the repercussions of feeling like there's too much to do? The purpose of this Facebook Live is to talk about how to slow down. But here's the thing, it's not necessarily that you need to slow down or do less, it's that it will feel slower in the sense that it will feel calmer, but not boring like time is dragging. So time could still feel like it's moving quickly, depending on how you're feeling in the process. I remember years ago, I had moved to the Bay Area. I'd wanted to live in the Bay Area. I wanted a full-time fitness director job. But the biggest thing was I wanted to deepen my spiritual practice. And there was an urban yoga community there where I would have all the support that I needed in order to do so. So I had all three of those things going for me. And I wanted the balance of all three. I started this job as the fitness director. I had over 100 staff. There were over 12,000 members at this facility. They didn't have a fitness director for quite a few months, and that person was backlogged. So I was very backlogged when I started. And I would literally, when I opened my eyes at 5 in the morning, start working, and then I'd work till 10 p.m. at night. Like I figured out, and this is back when technology wasn't as advanced as now, I figured out how to log into the systems from home so I could work beyond the hours that the facility was even open. And it seemed like, I thought there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel, that I could just get over this initial hump and then it would be done. But it was interesting because every time you send an email to take care of something, there's a response to that, and then you have to respond to that. And I realized it didn't seem like there was going to be a light at the end of the tunnel because, in a way, work just created more work. So, what would happen if I just moved more slowly? Because obviously, I was not taking care of the other piece that I moved there for, which was to start meditating and to learn about the whole spiritual side of life from that perspective. So I just started working normal hours, 9 to 5 or 6. Put the pen down at the end of the day. That's all I did. And then I got to do all the other things I wanted to do, and nothing bad happened at work. During this past year, I think, especially in times before the world was opening up here, right? Not everywhere the world's opened up so much. But we had a lot of time to really notice what's going on, right? And not have as many opportunities as normal. And I would just have these huge to-do lists. And at times I would just get so sick of that I just would throw it out. I wouldn't do it. I would do the minimal that seemed like needed to get done. And nothing bad happened. I let go of all these things and nothing bad happened from letting go of it. Recently, those of you who follow me on Facebook, you'll notice that I've been doing a lot of adventures. And you're wondering, how in the world do I have time to do that? And energy to do that? And my goodness, you must feel so stressed. You're so busy. And I kind of went, oh, am I doing a lot? Yeah, I guess I am. But I feel so relaxed while I'm doing that. I've had the energy to do it all. It didn't feel rushed or fast. So here's the key. 3 things that help you feel calmer or slower in a certain sense without getting bored. Number 1, and I'll start with the more obvious, time management. And there's tons of tips I could share with you on time management, which you're welcome to talk about with me later. But we're going to move on to the less obvious, maybe slightly less obvious, priorities. but still kind of obvious. You just choose your priorities. Need to do this. Don't even need to do this at all. Or somebody else could do it. Haha. That also goes with time management, is delegating. Sometimes we just need to shift our belief around whether something really needs to be a priority or not. So that's also something that we can work on. But let's go even deeper. And this is what I find more fascinating about how we can feel calmer and slower in the moment when there seems like there's a lot to do. And it's the state in which we do everything. That is the key. How we do what we do, not necessarily what we do. There's two sides to that. For me, is being present and having fun. Like doing the things that I find fun, or finding a way to make the things that I'm doing fun. And with presence, part of what helps me be more present in this moment is that I've done a lot of work on my past and releasing any past traumas, releasing the associations that I've had from the past that make now challenging. And it's not that they don't come up, right? It's just that I notice them and then I know what to do about them. And then I get deeper and deeper into the present moment. And what's the other thing that can take us out of the present? Worry about the future. And with that, that's clearing our anxiety about the future. And I also notice when that comes up for me, and I have the tools, right, to work on that and clear out the anxiety of the future. The other thing that happens is about being present is when you have tons to do, your mind could go scattered from one thing to the next. And I could show you my to-do list for today. And I have these moments this week where I'm like, how am I going to get it all done? And I was like, oh yeah, I got it written. One step at a time. And I only need to focus on this thing right now. So when I start to feel stressful or scattered is when I try to think of all of them at once. And this kind of goes back to a time management skill. So I'll give you this one tip. But it's like, take that brain dump at one time of all the things that need to be done and then organize it. So you only need to focus on one thing at a time. There's this program that I have on my computer, which is called Momentum. And you could write your whole to-do list on it, but then you could have it just populate the one thing that you need to focus on right now. So that helps keep you focused on the present moment. So besides just working out our issues from the past or worry about the future, but then it's creating that time management system so that we really can trust that we only need to focus on one thing at a time. And I guarantee that will take a lot of the stress away of feeling like you need to do tons of things, right? Get things out of your mind, get them on paper, get them organized. Just like having all of our past and future trauma and help organizing that. There's actually fun because in the meditation on this topic that I led in the Sit and Succeed program on Monday night, what we actually did was clear up everything in our mind from the past, everything in our mind from the future, and organize it into past and future, have the now organized, and then we can be focused in on this beautiful now. And if you want access to that Sit and Succeed program and the recording from that meditation, then you can simply go to avitalmiller.com/members and you will get access to that. I'll also put the link below this video. But notice as you look around you that some people get stressed out by certain situations that others do not, and possibly vice versa. So it's not always about the situation, but it's about how we go about it. Paramahansa Yogananda, the yoga guru, said circumstances are neutral. And there are many layers of the onion, you could say, that we could peel around that concept. But consider this: circumstances are neutral. And see what gets revealed to you as you ponder that thought. Thank you so much for joining. And if this was helpful, please like, please comment, please share this so others can take the benefits as well. Blessings to you.